Shalom, coming to y'all today with another lesson. And today's lesson title is going to be Your Way of Right is Left. And I wanted to go into this lesson because a lot of jakes out there think that, their ways of doing is right, but it's actually more of the left-handed side more than the right-handed side. And, they falling into their own blind damnation and corruption. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And before we start the lesson off, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone who rule our prophet and teaching this truth. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect who scattered amongst the nation, who is that speckled bird. And Esau being the so-called white man that we know today, who is as the wicked in Job 9:24. And we're going to start it off with Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said Yahweh. For as heaven are higher than earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So we think more on a carnal and a fleshly, emotional type of level compared to, our Heavenly Father Yahweh. And, we can't even compare what level of thinking that he's thinking on, because it far exceeds our even comprehension. Because Yahweh is a man of power of knowledge. He knows all and is all. And, we can't even, question his ways of doing. And we're going to go into Proverbs 21:2. This is Proverbs 21:2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh pondereth the heart. Right, so every man goes into his own, way of thinking. He goes more onto, his instinct and carnal flesh ways of thinking, more on an emotional type of level, other than, Yahweh. Yahweh will look at you on your spiritual level. On the spiritual type of sense of things. He look at you through your heart, what you're thinking about all times, because he knows what you're thinking and doing before you even do them, because that's the way of how he works and judges. And then we're gonna go to Jeremiah 17:10, precept that it says, I Yahweh search the heart, I try the reins, even to give every man according to the ways of his doing. According to his ways and according to the fruits of his doings. So, the more of the wicked and left-handed thing that you do, that's the more you're going to be rewarded with these curses that's been brought upon us. And the more that you go into the right ways and follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, the right way, it would bring forth blessings. And it will show from, your fruits of doings. And, we could go into Galatians 6:7. Find more about it. It said, be not deceived. The Most High is not to be mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth of the spirit shall reap spirit shall of the spirit reap. So I'm gonna read it again. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we not faint. And a lot of jakes think that they can do wickedness and then deceive him, and think that their ways of doing this right, but it's all wrong, because you reap what you sow. The more of the bad thing that you put your hand to and do in this life, the more of the curse that will befall upon you and lead to your corruption. The more you do into your flesh and carnal ways, and go into your own understanding and thinking of things other than following, the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua through the law, statutes, and commandments. And, but if you go more into your spirit and try to do more of the ways of the spirit and get that understanding, knowledge, and wisdom, which is given upon us to do, we'll reap everlasting life. It will push you forward and more to do what's right in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai. And then we're going to go to Psalms 119 and 105. It says, "None, thy word is a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path." So, these words through the book, these law, statutes, and commandments, through the book, it's gonna light that path for us. It's gonna shed that light upon us. This is that guide to live an everlasting life. We need this book so, we could get salvation and receive the kingdom. If not, if you don't, take heed to these words, we're not going to have no all in our lap. We're not going to be able to find that right path to go down, and it's going to lead us to our corruption. It's going to lead us to our damnation. It's going to lead us to our fallings. So, we got to turn back our old ways and fall from that old man and go more into, being reborn and be that new babe again and follow into the laws, statutes, and commandments and follow in the ways of, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai. We're going to go to Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, "Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct the paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil." So, we can't lean into our own understanding. We got to put all our trust and faith into Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, because that's the only people that could save us. That's the only ones that we can get our salvation and our everlasting life and, the kingdom that's promised onto us. We can't go off and then go into our own ways and thinking that we will be saved, we will reach salvation, which a lot of people misunderstand. And we got to depart from these evils. So once we turn away from all these wicked things that we've done, we can't go back into it. We can't fall back into these ways. We got to, do our best to follow in that path of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, to our best of abilities. Even though we can't really, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, to the fullest, because we still underneath captivity. But whenever Yahweh Shai comes, we will get that covenant again to when we will get these new bodies, and we will be able to follow, the laws to 100%, because we still in this carnal flesh, and we still in this captivity, and it's still gonna be hard for us to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, because day by day we fighting this flesh. The flesh and the spirit, is constantly at war. So, that's why we gotta try our best to keep these laws to our best of our abilities. So through faith and works, we could reach salvation. And we're going to 1 John 2 and 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that in this world, lust of the flesh, and lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever." So we can't love this world because all this stuff that's in this world is temporary. It's nothing that's permanent. Like going out having fun partying and all that stuff is, you know, it's good, for, temporary, for the time being, but, following the laws and ways of, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai and having everlasting life, that's forever, you know, like with all the stuff that's come upon us in this world, once you get it, you'll be happy for a temporary sense, but, once it's over with and after all that, the high, leaves you, it be dull. It be pointless. You lose, you lose the fun out of it, and then after that, you go and look for the next thing that'll make you happy, and then it spirals out, and it'll lead you to your demise, and you'll be constant on the looking for another high, but following these laws, statutes, and commandments, you'll be able to reach everlasting life, be able to get the kingdom and have salvation forever. So that's why we should, work our best to go into those ways. And we're going to go into the Apocrypha in Baruch and go to Baruch 4:1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the laws that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So right, these laws and statutes, commandment endures forever, so it lives forever. And a lot of people think that the laws, statutes, and commandments is done away with, which is wrong. It's not. It says right here that it is endured forever, and all that keep it should come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So the more that you start breaking these laws, statutes, and commandments, you start building up these sins, and it starts turning to iniquities. It's going to lead to your damnation. It's going to lead to your corruption. It's going to lead to your death. Because what it says the wages of sin is death. And I know a lot of you, don't like that. So it would be best for you to turn back to these ways, to the commandment that was given to us, through the volume of the book, which was Yahweh Shai, who died on the cross for us, for the forgiveness of sins and gave us that grace that we have today, And we're gonna go to Isaiah 5. It's like Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him." So, a lot of Jakes out here like to justify, these, rappers and, people that do a lot of killing, stealing, all these wicked ways and stuff like that. Or, if people do things that's not in the right light, a lot of people support it and stand behind it, other than, condemn it and rebuke them for it and tell them, that's wrong and all that stuff like that. They reward them for that. This world is so wicked that, you can do almost anything that's not righteous and you get rewarded for that. A lot of people like that in this world. They've been so brainwashed to, have, I would say, have favor into that. They lust after that. They want to, be the same as that type of person. They follow after another man other than, follow after, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and go into their own ways and follow after another person in their own wickedness. That's something that we shouldn't be doing. We should, learn how to move away from, the wrong things and come back into the faith. We're going to go to Isaiah. We're going to go to Proverbs, and I'm gonna end it off there. Go to Proverbs 1:24. It says, "Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hands and no man regarded. But ye have said not all my counsels and would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock you when your fear cometh. And when your fear cometh as desolation, your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When destruction anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. And they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated the knowledge, and Yahweh did not choose the fear, and they did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsels, despise all my reproof." So, like the men that's profiting, teaching today, that's on the corner and highways and hedges, telling y'all this truth. It's not them speaking this, the Most High speaking through them to call you out. He's stretching out his hand for you, tell you to turn away from those wicked things and to come back into this light. He's calling out. He's telling you, like, to don't do these things, but Jake so stiff-necked and hard-headed, they want to do whatever they want. And y'all y'all mock and scoff at these men of the Lord, these prophets and teachers, telling them that they're wrong and calling them all these names and stuff like that. But what it is, you turning away from the Lord, and He sees that, and He says He will laugh at your calamities, and I will mock you when your fear comes. So when that time comes, when Jacob's trouble comes, He's not going to be with you. He's not going to be helping you and stuff like that, because time is a time for Jacob's trouble is really ramping up very soon. And whenever that time comes, you want to be in the head. You want to be in under that wing, so you could be hidden from all these wickedness that's going to come upon this world. And then he said, then they shall call upon me, and I will not answer, and they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So when that day comes, you're not going to be able to find nobody. No men of the prophet not going to be out teaching, this truth, because when the famine of the word hits too. So, it would be best advised for you to, to turn away and come into this faith as best as you can while it's still here, because when that time comes, it's not going to be nothing. The Most High, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai, is showing mercy and grace, having these men out there profiting and teaching, so y'all have chance, because he's giving y'all this last warning before everything goes and hit the fan. And he says, for they hate knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Most High. So, y'all think that y'all don't need him and stuff like that. And, y'all be hating this knowledge. Y'all be not trying to listen to this truth that we'll be pushing and teaching today. But, when that time comes, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very, rough. And, the only person that can save us is through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because Yahushai going to come and be that salvation for us. And, Yahweh is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is like a strong tower. That's our refuge. When we call upon that name, he'll hear us and he'll protect us. But, if you don't know those names, then, you're going to be out of luck. You're going to be calling them idols, and the idols are going to be sitting there looking at you, knowing damn well they just sticks and stones and fucking what it is, and trinkets and stuff like that on y'all shows. So, y'all better turn back into faith. But that's all I got for the lessons. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakah HaKadosh, double honor to the apostles and elders and great millstone who rule, rob, prophet, and teaching this true peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful, like the scattered among the broad. And Shalom.